Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to map number 2 between Team Excellency and Sprout Hawker. A bit of a surprise in map number 1, to say the least.
Yeah, Excellency really came out strong, especially at the start of the game. They came out to a very, very good lead. And then we thought Sprout might be able to come back into it once they started landing their shots. But Excellency said no. Excellency's individuals were looking very, very good. And they're hoping to continue that as we head into train.
Absolutely. Going into the pest around, it will be Excellency starting up on that CT side. A lot of utility to actually come out from Sprout. It's 3 sets of util. A smoke to come out from Pop Dog. Dav's going to aggress actually to get a little bit more information. But at the moment, they've set themselves up for a little bit of map control over towards the Brown Halls. But it's Dav to start things off. But the bomb is coming out from Ivy. What is the play here from Sprout?
I guess they're just trying to draw a massive rotation, but that's not happening right now. Sprout haven't committed off the back of the smokes, and Excellency seems somewhat aware of that. Rilax is waiting at Ivy. He's taken some early damage. They're going to push on through, but NK's waiting on the bomb site, looking to land shots, but Dycha runs on through. 2 kills from Dycha. He's looking for more, and he's got it. A 3rd frag on the round. Dycha's Glock goes huge onto the A play, and oh my god, the strat was just get Dycha in position to get all the kills, apparently. He's just wrecked them.
What? That was an insane round coming out from Dycha, and to think that they lost the opening man advantage from the Pop Dog player, they try and sell a bit of a B fake to force out the rotates, but they don't rotate at all, and then Dycha steps up massively. The odds still in favour of Sprout this best of 3 over at Unicorn. But I tell you what, Excellency, they just got destroyed on that pest round. They really did.
Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow for sure. Just Dycha running out. Because like you were saying, the strat didn't seem to be working too successfully until Dycha got all those kills.
Yeah.
But this one is working very nicely. Look at all those flash assists. Great stuff from Sprout. And that is about the quickest round of Counter-Strike you'll see.
Well, at least coming out for Sprout. It's a confidence builder. You know, they lost their opening map pick of Mirage pretty convincingly. This is an opportunity now. Start to claw a strong momentum over on the T side of train. Try and just see if you could get something going. I mean, we've seen a close result between these two teams before, only recently over the 16-14 win to Excellency. But Sprout, we still have that Mac 10 onto Snatchie. The full buy investment coming through. Holmes is forced onto an MP9.
MP9 on Holmes, indeed, like you were saying. I don't know if you can hear Dweg, but a bee has just flown into my room because I left the window open. So I'm kind of looking over my shoulder slightly. I think we're fine for the time.
That's good.
being.
Good to hear.
Yeah. I had this with Dean, actually, and Dean could actually hear when the bee flew close
That's
to the
awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that, unfortunately.
Okay. Ooh, Holmes up close to this MP9, about to come into play. Gets the first kill, but faveN's there for the trade into a 3v3, and Denis has moved into the back lines. Smoke goes down, and the bomb should be planted momentarily.
Oh, I love this position coming out from Spiidi. He's going to flank. He's actually pushed out from the Pop Dog position, and they're actually going to bring the bomb over to the A bomb site. This is such a good read coming out from Sprout, and Spiidi already starting to push through the connector, but it seems to be known from Excellency, and now they must know it has to be the A bomb site. They've heard that bomb going through, and I can't believe Dav wins that out.
Well, that could get them off to a good start. They're rotating over, but Denis is on the flank this entire time, and his timing is just right. Dav goes down. Dycha misses the first kill, but he gets the second man, and FASHR's got 2 players to deal with. He's got the first kill already. Smoke can go to the bomb. Dycha might have some problems here. He goes for the fight, and FASHR wins it. Well played by FASHR in the 1 versus 2. Gets both those kills and gets Excellency on the board.
And there we go. Excellency in a bit of an awkward position. It's a 3-on-3 Sprout. They have a lurker that looks to try and just cut off the rotations out through con, but they realize, you know what, we can actually bring the bomb over to the A bomb stand. That's exactly what they do. But for Excellency, even when being in an awkward position, they're able to close out the round. It was down to the wire, was down into a 1 versus 2. But a good start coming out from Excellency, being able to convert the first rifle round of this second map. But in saying that, with the bomb plant going down and with a couple of the first rounds going the way of Sprout, they'll be able to get the full buy in and the AWP on the back of Snatchie.
Dav up close with the MP9, fully blinded. I think that was his teammate's flash that may have blinded him there. Snatchie's got the kill with the AWP either way, and they know where the second man is. Easy pre-fire for Denis, and problems for Excellency at the start of this round. FASHR's got one back, but that's all he's going to be able to get. Spiidi finds 2 kills for Sprout, and that is going to confirm this round win. Excellency unable to hold off that A play.
Yeah, I suppose it was a little bit unlucky there coming out from Excellency. It seemed like the protocol at Ivy, like Hawker said, a team flash that came through in the end, and it just kind of disrupted everything. The Sprout, they're able to find a couple of opening picks from Ivy, and Excellency, they're forced to try and at least bring it back. We see the player out of back green trying to fight from Ivy, then gets taken down for the T-Con area. And for Sprout, a convincing round, which is going to completely reset the economy from Excellency. HOLMES trying to hold on to this MP9, should be able to. But 4 players staying alive. They're able to hold on to that AWP for snatchie as well. A very strong round to win for Sprout. And it puts Excellency in a really weird position in the early stages of Train.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough start here on their CT side. HOLMES saves the 1 MP9, but that's not exactly going to be enough to force a round. They're going to have to take another save, and it's going to have to be another hard save, really. With only a $2,400 loss bonus, they've probably just got a full eco here to get a buy into the next. So this is Sprout's opportunity to really start rolling, to really start getting a good start to this game. And as you can see, it is the full US piece for Excellency. So HOLMES with the MP9 is really all they have to work with in this round.
Quite a heavy stack coming out to the outer bomb site. Denis with that MP7 looking to try and farm up some money of his own. And so far, this is looking to be a pretty convincing round to come out from Sprout. 5 on 3. They know where the player is towards heaven as well. HOLMES is able to find a single kill. And faveN as well chiming into the action. Denis goes down, so all in all, with just an MP9 being saved, it's actually becoming quite an expensive round. 2 players go down, and Dav. Last one left. Bomb going to get planted. The AWP not quite connecting, but at least they know exactly where he is.
Yeah, and Dav hasn't been able to recover a gun or anything, so it is still just the USP. They nearly don't look in his direction, but Dycha flicks on around. 8 kills early in this game for Dycha. He's leading the way over on the Sprout side. And here comes the buy for Excellency. No AWP to speak of, just the rifles across the board. No defuse kit either, which is worth keeping in mind. If the bomb ends up getting planted in this round, Excellency will have to be fast on those retakes. We'll get this gun round going for Excellency. A pretty important one for them at this point. If they lose this, then Sprout can really start to run away with this T side, and that would be worrying for Excellency. So I think we have a pause here by the looks of things.
Bit of a moment to sort of think things over for Excellency. I mean, one thing that's especially great with Hellcase Cup A is the dynamic prize pool. If you guys get involved in the Hellcase Cup case over on hellcase.com, you'll be able to actually up the prize pool every time a slight fraction or a percentage of the cases being opened will go to the prize pool. I don't remember, Hawker, have you, is this your first Hellcase? My last one was Hellcase Cup 4, which was like 2 years ago.
I think I may have like helped out on some of them in the past. Yeah, I think it's ringing some bells.
Well, ringing some bells. Sprout off to a fantastic start at the moment. The gun round are going to come through. Now, one thing especially which comes to mind for me, look at the lack of utility from Excellency. There is no incendiaries and a very much of a lack of the rest of utility to work with.
faveN in that pop dog position, that is the spot he goes to in the large majority of the rounds. If you've seen Sprout play, you know that faveN loves to play in and around pop dog on both the T and the CT side. He was doing that a lot against Excellency in their previous game on Train, and generally faveN seems to get the best of that position. He's got a good feel for how to play pop dog, so watch out for that as this game goes on. faveN's given him the early lead, and Dycha's extended upon it. 2 kills in quick succession, and this round should be over, and it is over. Dycha gets all the kills at the end there. A really impressive start to the game from him.
He's 12-1. He's literally carrying this team to victory at the moment, and I tell you what, for Sprout, they need to go right. We don't need to contain Dycha as well. We're going to take him off the leash. He could just do his own thing because at the moment, he's having so much impact, so sharp on some of these gunfights. And for Excellency, I mean, we saw HOLMES getting off to a good start on Mirage. This time around, it's Sprout, and it's certainly Dycha.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Excellency, I think some of their individuals aren't showing up to the same extent as they did over on Mirage. And I was kind of saying in between games to you, Dweg, that I feel like Excellency in that Mirage game really did very well individually, but they potentially overperformed individually based on what you'd expect from these players. And sadly, that seems to be shining on through now that we've headed into train. They haven't been able to keep up that level of individual form. And again, they're back down to pistols. This is a really tough start to the game for Excellency here.
We'll have to wait and see if the comeback can come through at a certain stage. Not going to be the rifle round up yet for the CTs. Snatchie getting a couple of opportunities to find an opening pick. But in the meanwhile, Spiidi trying to make a bit of a lurk play, walking up from T-Con, deals with the first player of FASHR. The Deagle from NK does strike onto one. And let's see how much more damage these upgraded pistols are realistically able to do. Sprout, looks like they just want to continue this momentum out to the outer bomb site. Dav tapping away, does do some damage, very long and extended spray. But in the end, it's just going to be Holmes. And I tell you what, if I'm looking at anyone for Excellency to step up, it's got to be Holmes. He had so much impact over on that first map, and he's got to be doing the same once they get these rifles up.
Absolutely. You want one of the Excellency players individually to step up to win them one of these rounds, I think. Just to get them back on track, right? Just to get them back in the right mindset. Back in a positive mentality. Holmes is trying to sniff them out at the end here. But I think Sprout have been showering. They've got their deodorant on. They're not smelling too much, so Holmes isn't able to find them just yet. One of the weirder analogies I've made.
Yeah, I was going to say that's up there.
Well, Holmes is just happy to save his 5-7. So there you go. Nothing happening at the end of the round. But here comes the AWP for Dav. That's something that Excellency haven't had in some of these early gun rounds. So we'll see if the AWP is going to be able to make the difference here. As you look at the Excellency kill counts across the board, everyone's just been subpar, sadly, in these first few rounds. So this is where that needs to change. Dav's got the AWP, they've got the full guns. This is Excellency's time to shine.
Absolutely, it's a time for them to get some momentum going. Sprout, looks like they want to try and go for at least a quick upper take into the outer bomb site. Spiidi, super aggressive, already gets into sandwich, and this is an opportunity to slow it down. See if he's able to get a pick. Is he going to walk through the E-box smoke? It looks like he's trying to, and the kills are going in favor of the T side. Rilax still onto the bomb site all alone, but I tell you what, Sprout have looked individually so incredibly sharp on train so far. Something that we didn't really see too much from Mirage from them.
Dav's AWP does land a shot, but it's after the round is effectively over and done with. And faveN's got the flank. Easy shot. Only one shot needed for the kill at the end there. And this is really getting out of hand now. I mean, all you need to look at is the money that Sprout have to kind of get a grip or kind of get a grasp of how this game's been going. Whenever one of your opponents has $14,000, you've probably not won a round in a while, sadly. And that is the case for Excellency. It's another low buy, and they're just in this position where as soon as it comes to the gun rounds, they're just getting run over, and then they're having to go down to these weak buys again. It's a really unfortunate position to be in, but it's just an endless cycle right now.
And honestly, you put faveN and Dycha together, they're 23-2. Those two players are just having one of the biggest games in quite some time. And Dycha being one of the newest additions to the lineup, obviously snatchie being the newest addition. And the Poles joining this German core lineup. And it's really starting to show how much impact he is having as a rifler. Excellency struggling in the early stages of train. They're going to be once again forced onto the eco, and it just seems like for Excellency, it's like eco gun round, back after back.
Yeah, they must be feeling like Groundhog Day at this point for them, just repeating the same thing over and over again, having to save. Oh, hello, Spiidi spotted a player up there. They haven't reacted to it, though. FASHR's been able to get away with a kill, and FASHR goes for more, but Spiidi just about survives on a sliver of health. Either way, not a bad start to the round for Excellency here. They can compete in this.
They certainly can do, especially with Spiidi being quite low at just 10 points of health. The Deagles, all they need to do is try and take these long-range fights and peek on each other's contacts as well. That's a sharp shot hitting by Dycha. There is still a player towards back green, and that's Rilax finding his first kill. Spiidi should go down. The bullet's not quite connecting. Finally, it comes through, and snatchie. A 1 versus 3. An opportunity for some rifles to get picked up from Excellency as well. But I tell you what, Sprout, they've just been completely undone by pistols alone, Hawker.
Oh, there we go. Snatchie caught at the end there. Relax gets him with the AK. And it is the pistols that come through. Only the 2 AKs saved by Excellency there. Dav was unable to get a gun into his hands. Would have been nice if they could have saved another one. But they will have a full buy into this round. And the odds are dead even right now between these two teams over on Unicorn. Check that out. If you think one of these teams is favored, you can maybe make some money. But here we go, back into the round at hand. And Sprout definitely looking better as we head into round number 10. But they did just lose that last one against the pistols, like you were saying. So let's keep an eye on whether or not Excellency can get a bit of momentum going now.
Again, Spiidi has been able to do so much lurking out into this A bomb site. And I tell you what, the flash is so perfect. Holmes is completely blind. And Spiidi's still here at A. And look how slow the rotates are. They're out of this round. They have to save. Look how much control has been taken. Deep control by the T side.
faveN is well and truly within enemy lines right now. And, oh, he spots the first player, but he's just going to tuck into the corner. Dav clears it, but not quickly enough. And, oh, wow, Denis gets 2 for 1. It's a wallbang headshot onto FASHR through his teammate. That is unfortunate, and the lineup has cost them. Excellency try and get back into B, but like you were saying, I think the round was basically over at that point. The fact they even try and come back to the B site was maybe suspect to begin with.
Well, all it comes down to is the play from Spiidi. So he's doing a little bit of lurking around E-box. The utility is fantastic at taking down the B defender. But Spiidi does such a great job of holding the A players at bay for just enough time to allow faveN and his teammates to aggress, super and hyper aggress into almost the city spawn. Once that bomb plan is going down at the B bomb site, and Sprout, I tell you what, if they had any chance of coming back to this game, they needed to get off to a good start on train, and we're seeing such an explosive start from them. Things are looking so comfortable, and I tell you what, it honestly looks like the Sprout that we deserve to see.
Yeah, they've really turned it around here, and again, it's the same nades for Spiidi to get out through A main. This time he's pushed not to E-box, but in between all of those trains on the A side of things. Spiidi currently sitting in a smoke. He might need a flashback here, but he's just going to wait and try and win a fight, which isn't going to go his way. FASHR gets the first frag of the round. Oh, flash for Relax doesn't quite land in time. And so it is back to a 4v4 with Sprout really posturing for position onto this A-bomb site. faveN spotted a player, but oh, it's a little bait and switch. Dav peeks from connector, and Excellency get the man advantage.
And this is an opportunity for Excellency to close out the round. They've got a man advantage. It's a 4-on-3, and they know the presence coming out from Ivy. FASHR able to deal with Denis, and they'd have to expect a couple more players to deal. Dav trying to take down the extra line out through Ivy with the AWP. Bomb dropped as well on Snatchie. He's got everything to do, and it's in a 1-on-4. A very difficult engagement indeed. And the best thing that he could do is damage. The more players he could take down on the city side is more damaging to the economy. But all in all, this has been a really great round from Excellency, and may even give them the confidence to allow this comeback to come through, and maybe even be able to pick 6-7 rounds on this first half, because at the moment, it's been all Sprout.
Yeah, we've seen at least a couple of signs of life from Excellency in these last couple of rounds, but it mostly has just been Sprout dominating this game, and that's even without Snatchie's AWP having to do too much here on train. Normally you talk about how impactful those AWPers can be on train. Snatchie's only got 2 kills on the board. It's been the riflers for Sprout, just running out through A main, getting a lot of early aggression, getting a lot of early ground, and more importantly, getting a lot of early kills so far throughout this game. Holmes over at B with the MP9 this time round. Might be difficult for him to solo hold that B bomb site. And Sprout have got a fair few players in the brown halls. Again, though, Spiidi making this exact same play, and you can see Excellency are a bit wary of that. They know that Spiidi likes to play around these smokes, so they're sticking around quite heavily onto this A bomb site.
I like that they've rotated their WP over to B. Holmes, we've seen how many times he's tried to hold B with this MP9, and this is such an advantageous position. He's so aggressive. This is a good read from Excellency. Holmes, he can literally just stay on the other side of the smoke. The damage dealer for me, though, is Spiidi. He may be able to at least try and hold the A players again. Are they going for a triple boost? They are. They're trying to, at least.
I think Holmes heard some steps there, though. And, ooh, yeah, snatchie's not going to get the angle. They are going to get a kill, though. Spiidi picks up 2. That's over on A. They can just double back here. Spiidi, the man on the lurk, doing everything onto the A bomb site. And Sprout decide, you know what, screw this. We've got 2 kills on A. We're just going to go for it. They're going to run out through Pop Dog, try and get themselves onto the A site. And even though Excellency have rotated, they can't do anything to stop this. snatchie gets another frag. And Excellency have got a very, very low chance of winning this. No kill for Holmes. And no chance for them to win the round. Relax has to save.
Wow. Okay. Spiidi again having so much impact, playing a lurk over at that A bomb site. And Excellency, it seems like we're just seeing way too many times. Either they're not over-rotating or they are completely. And Spiidi has just done such a great job of once contacts being made around that ramp room, that they could just bring the bomb over to the A bomb site. Well, if you do want to get more involved with Hellcase, use a code SLTV15 for a 15% refill bonus. An opportunity to, I suppose, take a break and head over to Hellcase, because at the moment, Sprout are finding this to be a pretty easy map so far.
Yeah, maybe Sprout are opening some cases between rounds. Who knows, honestly, at this point. Because it doesn't feel like they've had to put their full focus on this game to get this 9-3 lead. Spiidi on the lurk this time, getting those 2 massive kills onto A. We've been talking about just how much pressure Spiidi has been putting on them. He's always pushing out through A main. They're never able to deal with him early. And it's always something that Excellency have to be aware of as the round goes on. Oh, that's a lot of pixels.
Well, the one thing, I'm looking at the city side, I'm thinking, right, what can they change up to potentially win out some rounds? We're seeing no map control taken on the city side. We're seeing that one round where we saw presence from IB with the Team Flash. We're seeing no T-Con control or A main control being taken from the CTs, and no aggression from an AWP or any player around heaven or ramp over at the B bomb site. And for Sprout, all they're doing is taking Brownell's control, keeping Spiidi to lurk outside. Either way, whoever gets kills, that's where they go. And for Sprout, it seems too easy. It seems like they're getting map control too easily. Ooh, I like that knife.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Nice and orange. Nice and bright. Are we going to look at every player's knife? Okay. We can maybe rank which knife is the best. I like this one as well.
So I don't know, phase 3 Doppler, I think, of a bayonet. It's not quite the M9.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I'm not great with skins, in all honesty. Is that a Karambit this guy's got?
Yeah, that's a Karambit Slaughter, I think, or it might be a Doppler actually. Okay. But we saw the Bowie knife.
The Karambits don't look as cool when you see them in the third.
That is true, actually.
They look really small.
Do you have any knives, Orca? Oh, that's so disappointing.
I'm not big on skins, honestly.
Maybe you should go to Hellcase then.
Maybe I should. I also am just not very good at the game, so I don't play too much these days. That's part of the problem. Here we go, though. We are watching some players that are good at the game, thankfully. It's Sprout going up against Excellency, and Sprout have been flexing their muscles so far this game. They've got a 9-3 lead, and they're looking to extend that even further. Davzor currently posted on A main, and this time Spiidi hasn't been allowed to push out through A main early, so that's a nice switch up for Excellency. They've not lost the early ground, but Spiidi's still getting the kills. Finally, Dav trades him out, but here comes faveN, pushing through the smoke, gets 1 kill, and it's back to a 2v2. It's actually not too bad for Excellency. In the midst of all the chaos, they've come away with some frags, and Relax gets another shot with the AWP, but Dycha in from above picks up the trade. It's back to a 1v1. It's trades the entire time, and now it's all about the clutch, and currently, Holmes only has an MP9.
That's the scary thing. He's going to have to take a very close and personal fight. And it comes down to timing. When do they check each other? Dycha, it's almost like he's expecting the aggression to come out from T-Con. Holmes pushing up through hell at the moment. And Dycha is so passive. He's ready for Excellency to over-aggress. And by the means of what we're seeing from Holmes, it doesn't look like he wants to aggress any more than where he is.
Dycha's already got 16 kills this game. He's looking for one more here. 25 seconds left. Dycha's not going the right way. Oh, he is. But is he going to clear this? Oh, no, he's not. Holmes has got the kill in the back. The MP9 picks just the right spot to get a close-range fight. And Holmes finally coming in with some impact. Wins the clutch for his team on the rotate over. And gives Excellency a 4th round on the board. But they're still somewhat strapped for cash on the CT side. Even off the back of the round win, look at the buy they've had to scrape together.
Yeah, it's surprising to say the least. Yeah, the buy's not great at all. At least they've got that AK to work with, which is probably one of the first times we've seen an AK over in the hands on the City's defense. A Sprout. Early utility coming out to the outer bomb site. And there are just so many members blind. And again, Spiidi just doing his own thing. He's been able to have so much impact at the moment. HE doing a little bit of damage, but he's backed up from snatchie as well.
4 CTs playing in and around this A-bomb site. They've also got Relax pushed in through Ivy, so that's a position they don't have to worry about. They can focus on A main, they can focus on Pop Dog, but they've let Sprout push out. They've let Sprout take different angles, and now Sprout can just push onto the site. Fash is trying to find an angle, but Dycha just pops up from the bomb train, and it says goodbye to him. Sprout getting all the kills necessary to take A, and it's another round win for Sprout.
Man, oh man, I can't believe we're already seeing double digits coming out from Sprout in the first half, considering the fact that this is Team Excellency's map pick. Holmes really not having any impact. I suppose you can make the fact that, yes, he's the B player, and to be fair, Sprout haven't really put too much momentum and too much presence over at B. It's been a lot of A takes to come out, but all in all, when you've got a player that was an absolute star in that first map not coming alive at all, it's definitely a worrying sign. At least they hold on to that AWP. Rilax is able to pick that up off the back of snatchie. And I think we've probably seen 2 or 3 tactical pauses from Excellency. I'd like to see a couple more going into the second half, because they need to pull something out of the bag if they want to allow this to come through.
Last round of this first half. Relax is the man who gets gifted the AWP over on the Excellency side. FASHR with the AK, and then the rest of the team with an array of weaker weapons. Molotov misses onto the A-bomb site there for Sprout. Not the best start for them, but they won't be too fussed about that. FASHR's pushed up close into Olaf here, so Spiidi's got to be careful. He's been pushing A main a lot, and this time around FASHR might be able to get the best of him.
Oh, why is he waiting so long? Finally capitalizes on the kill. But FASHR taking his time, making sure that he is able to convert. And especially with a kill being found over at the B bomb site, they've taken the T-con control. And this is one of the first times that, other than that aggressive play out from Ivy in the last, that we've actually seen map control taken from Excellency.
And it might lead to their 5th round win. Who knows? Dycha spots the first player, but he doesn't know there's a man at E-box. NK gets a kill, and faveN's not going to find anything. FASHR closes out the round with a 3K. Nice play from FASHR in this round. He finally stops Spiidi from just getting out through A main like he had been in every round. So a nice switch up from FASHR gets them a 5th round on the board at the half. It's not going to be easy for Excellency, and well, you see there wasn't really any consistency from Excellency in their round wins throughout that CT side. But at least they've got 5 rounds on the board. I guess it's better than nothing, and it's what they're going to have to work with heading into this second half.
It's certainly doable to allow the comeback to come through, but it's going to be a tough one. There's no doubt about it. Being down 5-10, especially on the CT half. And you speak about consistency. There was not a single round where, or 2 rounds or more together, that they're actually able to convert. A Sprout, as soon as they gave Excellency an opportunity to take a round, it was taken right back. And what's surprising as well, to think snatchie, how many times he had the AWP in his hands? He was only 3 and 8. He didn't need to step up because his teammates were doing the rest of the work.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well played by the riflers on the Sprout squad. snatchie not really required, not really called upon in the first half. That may change in the second half, though. We'll wait and see, as we should be getting underway into this second half shortly. Over on the Excellency side, a couple of players have been stepping up. I think one positive sign is that Dav on the AWP has been landing some shots. He's currently top fragging for them at 12 kills, but we've just not seen enough from them across the entirety of the team.
Yeah. It's going to be a tough one. I mean, I've just had a look back at the previous result. We actually saw when these two faced each other in Hellcase, it was actually a 9-6.5 lead on the city side from Excellency. This time around, only able to pick up 5 rounds. Util coming up for HOLMES, as well as Dav. And Kid out for Denis. And it comes down to this pistol round. They need to get the momentum going in their favor. They need to start off with a confidence builder. And Sprout. Now let's see what they're able to achieve with it. So far, putting a heavy presence over towards that A bomb site for the CT side. But a lot of utility coming out from A. The bomb to come down from Pop Dog as well. This is going to be a full A commitment from Excellency.
And it's going to work out for them. It looks like the bomb should be planted safely. Sprout can't stop that from happening, so they're going to have to play for retake. Spiidi looking for a kill long range, but Excellency are just tucking on in. They're not giving these early fights to their opponents, and here comes Dycha. Oh, lining them up and knocking them down. Dycha makes it look easy on both those kills. HOLMES is still fighting, though. HOLMES is still fighting. He's got 3, looking for 4, but the defuse happens. He's stuck at Ivy. He's unable to do anything to deny it, even though he gets a bunch of kills. They're irrelevant in the grand scheme of things when the bomb is being defused, and Sprout pick up that all-important pistol.
Oh, wow, what a round coming out from Dycha. And for Excellency, they had a flank coming out from HOLMES, a late lurk out from Ivy, and he gets 4 kills. They still don't win out the round, so definitely a shame to see that Excellency can't just find a couple more picks on the bomb site to allow HOLMES to get that flank in. But for Sprout's sake, what a round to win. I'm still being so impressed by faveN and Dycha. These two, almost putting up 40 kills between them. And I tell you what, when you probably add up all the kills from Excellency, it's probably more on the side of Sprout just from faveN and Dycha together.
Yeah, it's definitely been a good game for both of those guys. Dycha and faveN have had a lot of impact across the board. Definitely a shame for Excellency. That was a round they really could have done with winning, and it's a round they really could have won. But here we go. Nade stack for Excellency. I assume this will go to the bomb train, and it does land to some extent, but they're not doing damage with them. The nades are in the right places. It's just the Sprout players weren't in those positions this time. So now that the nade stack has failed, what is the backup plan for Excellency?
Well, at least there is a late lurk coming out from Ivy as the pressure only continues for the Sprout side. But it's an easy cleanup so far from the FAMASas. The MP9's chiming in, and 12-5. You have to think that this gun round has so much importance for Excellency to at least try and bring some sort of comeback in. And look at the odds completely shift on Unicorn. 1.44 and now for Sprout. And just think it only takes a bit of momentum to just completely shift the odds.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most people are not having too much faith in Excellency after seeing this performance, sadly. We've got Nuke as the decider, if necessary, and it's looking more and more likely that it will be necessary as this game goes on. And that was a map that these two teams played last time out, so it would be interesting to get that rematch, because Excellency were able to win Nuke last time, but at the same time, Excellency were able to win Train last time, and this time out, it has been a completely different story.
Sprout have really brought this back, considering how, I suppose, not dominant they looked on their own map pick. This has been a great change up from them. Even the presence out, Ivy gets them a little bit of information. They're able to do a bit of damage as well. But from Excellency, very similar to what we saw from them on the T side of Mirage. Very slow defaults to come out. Not really gathering any map control at the moment. No presence out to Brown Halls at all. So this is telling me this has to be an A commitment from Excellency.
Lands onto the bomb site. faveN can hear these steps. He's trying to line up the spam, and he does do a bit of damage, which sets up Spiidi for the first frag of the round. 35 seconds left for Excellency, and Spiidi finds another gap in the trains, another kill on the board. Excellency looking for some frags, but it's not happening for them. Dycha comes in with 2 kills from above, and Dav was waiting in the back lines, but he's not going to have any impact on the round. Sprout pick up their 13th round win. Spiidi doing work in that one with the FAMAS, and this game is really getting out of control now.
They run double AWPs. I think it's a great time to bring it out from Sprout. And we saw it maybe a couple of times over on Mirage. Didn't really have too much impact other than that one round where we saw Denis out from short and the AWP coming out from the CT ticket area where they're able just to completely shut down the round. For the first time we're seeing it out on train. Excellency didn't pull it out at all in their first half. And look at the nades coming out to A main. They do so much damage, and Spiidi is just hyper aggressive. I say that, and they're losing out the fights. The Tech 9s are doing most of the damage.
Hello. faveN's got to try and get them back in, and oh, the lineup is so perfect for faveN. He is delighted with that. He's brought them back into the round, and Dycha's got another kill. He's low on health, but HOLMES is going to be shot in the back. Snatchies rotate over with the AWP as well timed. And just when it looks like Excellency have found a way into the round, Sprout snatch it away from them.
Wow, that was, what a recovery. It's a great sign to see from Sprout that when they're in a 3-on-5, they're not panicking at all. They're able to close it out really easily. And for Excellency, I'm starting to get very worried. I was starting to get worried maybe at the end of that first half, but I'm certainly thinking that map 3 is certainly on the cards, especially if these double AWPs can start to rain out. Oh, look at the aggression from snatchie. This is so aggressive with the AWP. And Dav does win out the first fight. Denis to trade it back. Oh my goodness, Denis finds a second.
Close quarters with the AWP. Oh dear, faveN spray with the AWP. Not exactly as ideal as he would have wanted. That should have been a kill for faveN, realistically. But Dycha just gets it through the smoke. It's missing the long-range shot with the AWP, and that's going to cost him his life. HOLMES lands the headshot in reply. Dycha's got to be a little bit careful. He's on 30 health, sitting in an off angle right now, and FASHR's working around the side. Dycha seems to be aware of that, but the timing goes against him. It's up to snatchie to try and clutch, and ooh, HOLMES is trying to bait out this shot. snatchie not going to fall for it, but he misses anyway. HOLMES picks up the wallbang, and Excellency finally get around on the board.
And I'll tell you what, that was probably one of the easiest shots that Denis could have hit of his career, and actually missed it. So for Sprout, it's the double AWP presence that unfortunately Denis hits a couple of great shots out from Ivy, but misses a really entirely easy one. And Excellency, they capitalize on that. D is forced in a really awkward position around that camera angle. And even again, with Excellency being able to win out the round, it's not a great buy for HOLMES. He's forced up onto a Mac 10, but look at the presence coming out from the CTs and the Ts towards Brown Halls.
Oh boy, here we go. Close quarters engagements, and the MP9 is doing a good amount of damage. In come the trades, but Spiidi is there to back them up. And Sprout come away with the early lead from those trades. Excellency going to slow it down. Going to try and see if they can find a different angle of approach. But they're still against 2 AWPs on the CT side, which could be difficult to deal with. Come on, Denis, land the shot.
Yeah. He's got another chance to do so, and there's the NWP pick. FASHR so low, and Denis, he's just not peeking, holding the angle. No need to re-peek into this. And wait, he didn't even move. He just shot right through the boxes. All right, then. Easy as that.
No time to waste, Rex. Just want to get this over with.
Bring us to a third.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to say that's where we're going to be headed. Nuke is probably going to be played out as the decider of this series at this point. Excellency are just going to see if there's any way that they can stop that from happening. Denis has got a spawn for upper B this time, though, so a switch up with his AWP. He's going to be peeking into B early in this one, but Excellency aren't going B. They're all focused on the A side of the map. Early nades come through, and snatchie gets a kill with the Molotov of all things. NK burning alive, and even though Excellency have got out through A main, they're not fully committing to anything here.
No, they're starting to slow things down. Now, one thing that's really a questionable play for me is HOLMES is stuck in sandwich. A lot of the time, this is what Spiidi did, but this is only with a Mac 10, and he has to take some very close fights, which is difficult in this position. Looks like they want to try and regroup out to A. Flashbang to come out to at least try and bring the players' attention over to Pop Dog, but Dycha's going to find an answer. A 5-on-3 from Sprout. And Dav at least trying to bring it back. The AWP blinds, but it's all down to Relax. Last one left, and he's just trying his best to bring it back, but that's going to be it. A victory going the way in the end there from Sprout, and we're going to go to a third. So don't go anywhere. Nuke's going to be our last map of this decider.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Hellcase has over 35 unique CSGO cases with a huge variety of skins, over 93 million cases opened and 6 million registered users. You can upgrade your skins to the better one or win some of them in giveaways. We give out more than 70 skins per month for free on our social networks. Withdraw your skins or balance with popular payment systems. Be unique and make profit on Hellcase with this promo code. Start now.